What's up, travelers? Steven here from Ginger on the Go, and are you ready to explore everything that Florence has to offer? Today we're going beyond the guidebooks to discover the city's hidden treasures, from breathtaking viewpoints to secret passages. Whether you're a history buff, an art lover, or a foodie, Florence has something extraordinary for you. So get ready, grab your walking shoes, and let's get down to business. All right, first up we have the Duomo, Florence's iconic cathedral, the absolute centerpiece of the city's skyline. That massive dome designed by Filippo Brunelleschi, it's a marvel of engineering. Can you believe it was built in the 15th century without scaffolding? It's not just an architectural feat, it's a symbol of Florence's Renaissance glory. And here's a tip. Visit early in the morning or late in the afternoon to avoid the crowds. And if you're traveling on a budget, you can still admire the exterior and interior for free. Cut the intricate marble facade with its pink, green, and white panels and Giotto's Campanile, the adjacent bell tower, are breathtaking even from the ground. But if you're up for it, climbing to the top of the dome or the bell tower is well worth the effort. The view from up there is something you'll never forget. Terracotta rooftops, narrow winding streets, and the Tuscan hills stretching out into the distance. It's a panorama that makes you feel like you're in the heart of history. And as a little extra treat, you can climb the dome's 463 steps to see Giorgio Vasari's frescoes of the Last Judgment up close as you make your way to the top. It's a workout, but it's pure magic. Now let's head over to the Uffizi Gallery, one of the most famous art museums in the world. Art lovers, you are in for a treat. The Uffizi houses some of the greatest masterpieces of the Renaissance. Imagine standing in front of Botticelli's The Birth of Venus or Da Vinci's Annunciation. It's like stepping into a time machine. The collection is vast, so I recommend focusing on a few key works rather than trying to see everything in one visit. Trust me, you'll appreciate the art more this way, and it'll save you from feeling overwhelmed. Visit the Uffizi late in the afternoon. This will help you avoid the peak crowds, and book your tickets online and in advance. This will save you a lot of time and frustration. And if you're traveling around Florence on a budget, check the Uffizi website for free admission days. These happen a few times a year and will help you see this world-class art for free. In my video on free things to do in Rome, I break down the strategies you need to get a lot of reduced prices on things in Italy and even see a lot of the attractions for free. So that video will be above in the link and in the description below. Make sure you check it out if you like saving money, which I think we all do. Let's take a stroll across the Ponte Vecchio, Florence's oldest and most famous bridge. This medieval bridge over the Arno River is iconic, and its history is just fascinating. Did you know that it used to be lined with nothing but butcher shops? Today, those have been replaced by jewelry stores and goldsmith workshops, making it a glittering display of craftsmanship. And it is still fun to window shop, although I could never afford to buy anything on it. And here's a fun fact. Did you know that the Ponte Vecchio is the only bridge to survive in Florence in World War II? It's reported that Hitler himself ordered the bridge to be preserved, which might not actually be a fun fact because we're talking about World War II and Florence getting destroyed. So not a fun fact, just a fact. For the best experience, visit early in the morning or at sunset, or anytime really. There's not a bad time to visit this bridge, but I would say sunset and sunrise is the most iconic time to check out this bridge. And if you're lucky and visit at sunset, you might even catch a local musician serenading passerbyers on the bridge, which is a pretty cool experience. And now that we've covered the most iconic sites in Florence, let's dig a little deeper and dive into the hidden gems the city has to offer. These sites might not be as popular, but they're every bit as enchanting. First on our list is the Giardino Bardini, a Renaissance garden that feels like a peaceful oasis in the heart of the city. Picture lush green lawns, Baroque stairways, and in the spring, a stunning wisteria tunnel that's perfect for those Instagram-worthy shots. But the real showstopper here is the panoramic view of Florence from the garden's terrace. From up here, you can see the entire cityscape of Florence with the Duomo standing proudly in the center of the city. And the best part is that this place is relatively unknown, so it's not as busy as some of the other gardens, and viewpoints in Florence, making it a good place to escape the hustle and bustle of some of the other major viewpoints, and it makes it worth the climb. Next, we'll hike up to San Miniato al Monte, a hilltop basilica that offers one of the best views of Florence. The Romanesque architecture of the basilica is breathtaking, with its intricate marble facade and mesmerizing mosaics inside. In general, it is a cool area to check out, but what really sets it apart is the view. From up here, you get a picturesque viewpoint of all of Florence, and it's beautiful and iconic, and it just sets you in the right mood and tone for being in Italy. It's a bit of a hike to get here, but I promise it's worth every step. Plus, the journey itself is part of the experience, as you'll pass through charming neighborhoods and scenic pathways that give you a taste of local life. Did you know that Florence is not just about Renaissance art? It is also home to some quirky and contemporary art. Artist Colette Abram has made his mark on the city with colorful modifications to street signs, and it's super cool. Keep your eyes peeled for things like a policeman chasing Pinocchio or a superhero leaping from a yield sign. These unexpected artworks are scattered throughout the city and add a fun and quirky twist to Florence's historic streets. It's a unique way to explore the city. It is a fun activity if you're traveling Florence with kids or if you just want to see the city through a different lens. And for my fellow history buffs, the Stibbert Museum is an absolute must visit. This 19th century villa houses an incredible collection of armor, weapons, and historical costumes from around the world. The Grand Hall, filled with mounted knights in full armor, is like stepping into a real-life Game of Thrones set. The museum is a bit off the beaten path, so you won't have to contend with the usual tourist crowds, and give yourself at least 2 hours. There is so much to see here, and you will not want to rush through it. Okay, now let's talk about some of the experiences that make Florence truly unforgettable. This city isn't just about sightseeing, it's about immersing yourself in the local culture and enjoying the little things that make life in Florence so special. First up, food. Florence is a foodie's paradise, and there's no better place to start your culinary adventure than Mercato Centrale. This lively food hall is a feast for the senses, with vendors selling everything from fresh pasta to regional specialties like Florentine steak. Whether you're grabbing a quick bite to eat or sitting down for a meal, Mercato Centrale is a perfect place to sample local flavors without breaking the bank. And if you're looking for something different, check out Seminole Street Food, a tiny local shop that everybody loves. Simil is renowned for its gourmet panini, offering unique combinations like wild boar, orange spiked porchetta, and even venison. These sandwiches are celebrated for their creativity and quality, making Simil a favorite among locals and visitors alike. It is nothing short of legendary, and it's a perfect grab-and-go meal, and you can still enjoy it as you're wandering through the city. For a taste of old-school Florence, swing by Procacci 1885. This historic shop is famous for its panino tartufato, a simple yet divine sandwich filled with truffle-infused butter. Trust me, it's an absolute must-try. I know it might seem like a bit of indulgence, but trust me, one bite and you'll see why it's been beloved by the locals for so long. It is definitely worth it. But Florence just isn't about iconic sights and food. It also has cool experiences. Like, have you ever tried paper marbling? Head to Il Papiro Art Studio, where you can learn this ancient technique of creating beautiful patterns on paper using colorful pigments and water. It's a super cool process, and you'll have a unique souvenir to take home. The best part, you get to make it yourself. And if you're traveling Florence on a super tight budget, don't worry, there are still some things you can do, like a free walking tour. Just make sure you tip your guide. This will even give you a layout of where things are in the city, give you some background and give you some history, and it's totally free except for the guys which work for tips. He said with great passion and excitedly said, last but not least, don't miss the sunset at Piazzale Michelangelo. The view of Florence from up here is absolutely stunning, especially when the city is bathed in that golden evening light. Warm. It's one of those moments that will stay with you long after you've left Florence. Bring a bottle of wine, find a spot on the steps, and just watch as the sun sets over the city. It's the perfect way to end a day of exploring. So whether you're reveling in Renaissance art or eating everything you can, or just exploring the city on foot, Florence has something for everybody. From beautiful sunsets to ancient sites, it is a city that always has something new to offer. And that is our video for today. I'm Steven from Ginger on the Go, and if this video helped you, then help me by liking it, subscribe. It just helps push this video out to other people traveling Florence or Italy or around Europe or anywhere I talk about, really. Like this video, subscribe, pack your bags, head to Florence, and until next time, travel with confidence. I almost forgot what I was going to say. That's what I always say. That's the one line I always say. I almost forgot it.